Hi guys, so I've had multiple requests for an updated Project Life share, and I've been working along on it over the past several months, and I've mostly been keeping up to date. Like usually I do, my weeks go from Monday to Sunday, and I usually do all of my Project Life, like I print up all the pictures and stuff on Thursday and start kind of fiddling with it on Thursday and through the weekend. And then on Sunday night, I usually finish it all up and do like add any decorative details and that sort of thing. Some of my weeks are really plain and it's basically just pictures and writing and that's it, with no scrapbooking elements. And other weeks I get a little bit more into it, but my Project Life is for the most part pretty plain. So I don't have any fancy artistic stuff in there or anything. It's just kind of really plain, but it's fun to share, and you guys have been asking for it, and so I thought I'd share it anyways. Up until this point, you guys have already seen, or at least you could see it. It's in my YouTube channel. So I encourage you to go back and find it. What I might do is make a playlist of the Project Life videos, because rather than waiting until I have this much to share, I think I'll just share it every couple of weeks from now on. And so this would be a pretty long share because I'm going to go into detail, because that's the way I am, as you guys have probably figured out. I'm not a woman of few words. So I'm going to break this up into a couple of week periods at a time. So you've already seen this. This was the Valentines that we got when we came home from Disney. They were waiting for us because we were in Disney World for Valentine's Day. Now this spread here is the first week back, and I wasn't doing from Monday to Sunday at this point. I was doing, I think, from Sunday until Saturday, which broke up my weekends. So at some point I changed. I don't know when it was. In the first couple of weeks back from Disney, I realized that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because we're busy on the weekends and we're not very busy through the weekend. It just makes sense. I try to get my first part of the week on this side of the page, and then I have all of this to cover my weekend. And sometimes most of both sides are just the weekend. But anyways, so I'll show you little bits from this one. So this, I mean, I told you it's pretty plain. It's basically the Project Life card that comes with the kit, and I just use my damp state. You guys, I'm homesick with a cold today, and so I'm taking cold medicine, and that's what I'm going to claim is causing my twisted tongue for today. It doesn't explain my twisted tongue for all the other times, but at least explains it for today. My date stamp from, I think this is the Smashbook one, it says Hot Mess, and I just put it on there, and I had to fix it. I think I put the wrong dates or something. I just fixed it with my pen. And my daughter had Ray's Reptile Zoo come in and visit the school, and this is my daughter holding a scorpion. Can you believe that? She's holding a scorpion in that picture. She's so brave. I don't know how she does it. And then this was really cool. My daughter was, oh, the lighting isn't really great here, is it? My daughter made a play fort with, she strung her blankets across a chair and her dollhouse and the foot of her bed, and so I just snapped a picture of that and did some journaling about it, and then I actually crawled in and took a picture, and this is what was inside. She went out to Sparks and I took this picture. It's a little dog store. All those puppies are for sale. That week was full of ordering photos, so I just documented that by putting my PhotoPass things in there. And just put a little cutout from the Little Ray's Reptile Zoo pamphlet. And so that's that page. And so some things I don't journal, I just use a picture to capture, and other things I do journal. So yeah, I've got a neighbor's kid here, so I should probably cover her face. So there's my daughter and her friend playing the Wii, and yeah, this is the back of my jacket, and then I mean, I don't really know what to say about this. It's kind of all self-explanatory. Olivia had her 100 days of school happen when she was in Disney, so this was another thing that the teacher gave her when she came home. And then it says we broke our no fast food rule and ate Mary Brown's because we were, man, that first weekend back after being at Disney World, everything was a mess. We had laundry and it was awful, so we just stopped someplace and grabbed food. So she's just so excited to have onion rings. I was too. And then there I am in the middle of my project life. It took me forever to get, well, not forever, it took me a weekend to get, but I really scrapped hard that weekend to get my project life up to date from Disney World. So that's that. I tried to use like different colors of markers because I don't always have time to do much scrapbooking, so I'll use different colors of markers for interest, or this is just like a punched heart, and these are the stickers that came with the kit. And so I try to make it, a lot of my weeks are like this, like pretty plain. The only interest is that I put some twine on this and I use different colored markers and use some arrows from the kit. And then there are other weeks that have more kind of stuff in them. So then this is what the next week's layout looks like. I think you guys can see the overall view pretty good on there. It seems like it. Anyways, again, very, very basic. Like this is my title with a sticker underneath of it. So pretty easy, and it's just my own handwriting. My dog was sick that week, so I just snapped a picture of the poor guy waiting to go to the vet. He was okay. This is a picture that I just stuck in there of a dog that Olivia made, and I didn't even do anything around it. Like I chose a journaling card from the Cobalt collection that I thought looked nice, and I just used that as my embellishment. That's what I like about having the kit, is that on weeks like this when I don't do much, the cards kind of stand for themselves and you don't have to do very much. But then the weeks when I do more, I tend to not use these cards, and I'll use either blank cards or make my own. So I just stuck in a Live, Love, Laugh. Didn't do a thing to it. It's just from the kit. And just added an arrow and some journaling. And then this is confetti that I kept finding all over the place. It was from the Disney parade. And my daughters both filled their pockets with them, and I keep finding them. I'm still finding them. And then there was math day. I didn't get to go to it but because I had to work, but Scott went to it. So they had math day, and that's the invitation for that. And then Olivia got an extra care card. This was a special one. So we just wrote that down. I just stuck that onto a piece of the paper from the Cobalt collection. And so, second part of this week, these are iPhone photos with some little filters on them. I don't do Instagram. What I do is I just take iPhone photos and then I use Picture Show to change them. It's like Instagram, but you have more options. So that's what those are. And just, again, it's mostly just from the Cobalt collection, and I stuck my own things on it. Like this is the other part that's missing from this sticker right here. I just stuck it right there. And I used arrows from the kit and arrows from the kit, and just these are all the cards from the kit. So that made this week like totally easy to do because I was already working on those Disney days, so I didn't want to have to worry about the time that was passing while I was doing the project life. So this was a pretty easy week with not too much. Then, okay, so this is my week of March 5th to 11th. It's a shorter week because this is the point at which I started doing from Monday to Sunday, and so in order to make that leap I had to have a shorter week or a longer week. So I'll show you this half of it first, and this is just one of the Cobalt collection cards, and I used my American Crafts stamps, these ones right here. Which I love. I've had these forever and I never use them for scrapbooking, so I'm so glad to use them in Project Life. And I think that the more I use this kind of stuff in Project Life, the more I'm gonna start using it in scrapbooking. That's my hope anyways. And then the numbers, I don't have any number stamps, but I did have this set. I think it's by Fancy Pants. I don't have the packaging anymore, but there are numbers in it, so I use the numbers from that. And then I had just bought this stamp at my local scrapbooking store, and I thought it was really cool, so I just stamped it there just for fun. It snowed that day, and so that was my Monday off. I'm always off on Mondays. And so that's Sophie helping to shovel the snow. Isn't she cute? She's so adorable. Her sister was in school, so she, that must have been before she went to preschool. So then this is a week where I kind of dropped the ball this week because it was, that's what this journaling is about right here. This week was winter carnival at school. Monday was pajama day. Tuesday was backwards day. Wednesday crazy hair day. So these are all the stickers from the Cobalt collection that just come in the kit. Livy dressed up for the first 3 days but was homesick for Thursday and Friday. But then look, all the fun dressing up we did for winter carnival, and I completely forgot to take pictures. So then I would just put this picture in there of me, and it says, of my feet, and it says, oops, this week I totally dropped the ball. Because I did. It was like, so, like, Project Life was still so fresh and such a big part of my life, and it was out on the table, and I was scrapbooking a storm, completely forgot to take pictures of my daughter with like the craziest hair ever, and we really, like, we nailed these, the ones that she went to. She had really great costumes and get-ups for, so it's kind of too bad that we didn't get pictures of it, but we still have the memories, right? These are just some little doodads that were hanging around my scrap room that I just put on there because this little thing is really cute, and if I don't use it within a certain amount of time, I just want to get rid of it. So Project Life gives me a perfect place to use that kind of stuff, right? And then Thursday, my daughter wrote this on a cough drop label, "I stayed homesick today," with a little sad face, Olivia. And so I put a little arrow there and some washi tape and just pointed down. And I wrote right on the image, it says, "Poor sick Olivia." That's another iPhone photo. So that's that one. I think you can see the layout. And then this little insert, I just, I stuck a lotto ticket. We don't play the lotto very often, but this week, it was that particular week, the lotto max was $40 million. And so we got one just for fun. We were actually at a convenience store getting something else, and the lady was teasing us saying, if you don't get a ticket, you're crazy. So we got a ticket. And our kids didn't know what this was because we don't buy lottery tickets. So we tried to explain it to them. So on the back, what I did was I got us each to talk. I asked everybody what they would buy if they won $40 million, and the answers are so funny. Livy would buy a computer, a DS, and a camera. Sophie would buy a pink headband, earrings for Olivia, and a TV. This is so Sophie. Tracy would buy scrapbooking stuff, especially a silhouette cameo. Well, I don't think it's any surprise to you guys that I didn't win the lottery, but I did actually get my cameo. A large format photo printer, I didn't get that. And an iPad 3, which I ended up getting anyways. It's so hilarious that I got the stuff that I would have bought if I won the lottery, but that goes to show that we were a little overindulgent in the month of March. But anyways, Scott would buy a Lamborghini, a Nikon D4, and a 2,000 square foot photo studio. So I just thought it was fun to kind of capture our kind of materialistic wishes. We try not to be too materialistic, but I thought it was a great opportunity to kind of just show what we were thinking about and valuing at that point in life. So now, I actually really like this next page. There's not many pages in this that I can say, oh, I really like how that turned out. So, so it's this one. This is what it looks like. This was the week that Becky Higgins actually tweeted about me, which is so crazy. I think that I still can't believe that that happened. And she posted my my Project Life Disney Edition YouTube video. She posted it on her Facebook, and so I just snapped a screen cap of that and put it in my Project Life. So Project Life is in my Project Life. So there you go. So that was really exciting for me. So I journaled about it right there and added a little bit of doodling with my markers, with my gel pens and markers and stuff. So that was really fun. And then I also got my Balzer Designs Crafters Workshop templates for some mixed media work that I do. They came in the mail that week. So this was the packaging that came with it, and I just cut it off because it has a picture of Julie, and I've been following her blog for a really long time, and it also has a nice sampling of some of her art there. And so I really liked that, so I wanted to put it in my Project Life so I can remember it. I did a little bit of, and speaking of Julie Fei-Fan Balzer, I learned how to do this kind of writing from her probably about a year ago or maybe 2 years ago. She did some tutorials on her blog about how to take your writing and make it kind of wonky looking, kind of funky, bold text and stuff. So I played around with that for those journaling. And I did some sheet art that weekend, so I just took a picture and did some journaling there. And then this is a picture from my daughter. I just cut it and put it in there on one of these cobalt journaling cards. And then I had one extra picture, so I just did this. I saw someone on Pinterest did this, and probably lots of people do it. You just like cut off a 4x6 photo pocket and you sew it on. Like I sewed right on top of the line that was already there. And then I did the same thing that the person who I copied it from did. Sorry, I just have no idea what her name is. I never know what I'm going to copy and what I'm not going to copy, so sometimes I take furious notes and write down everything, but just the time that I don't write it down seems to always be the time that that's the idea that I end up using. But anyways, she actually put a little cluster of flowers underneath and had them poking out so that you could see. And what I found was that you couldn't tell that there was something to flip there. So I did the same thing that she did and just put that there. And I just used a Martha Stewart label to do some journaling about that picture. So that was that week, and I really like how it turned out, mostly because of I just like the way that it all turned out with the doodling and stuff, I guess. I did some extra doodling here, and even though I do a lot of outlining in my scrapbooking, I try to not do much outlining in Project Life because it would be exhausting. I mean, look at all the cards I'd have to outline. So I try to purposely not outline much, but I just love these arrows outlined. How can you not? But anyways,